Hi guys, it's AJ with my next video. As you can see, I'm actually going to switch things up a bit because I wanted to use this channel as a conduit for social justice and social change, focusing generally on the news around the world. But I also want to take a little turn because a lot of people in my everyday life come up to me for advice, whether it's on relationships or everyday little things. And it made me think that if any of you guys are caught in a problem, if you wanted to send your question, kind of like an advice column, an Ask Shirley kind of thing, please by all means send up your letters or your dilemmas, and I'll get through them as best I can. I actually want to address as many as I can, so I'm actually excited. Now, be warned, I don't have, certification, so what I say, you can take it as you like. I may have some personal bias in my advice, but I'm gonna try to be as objective as I can to see both sides of the story. So, case number one. Because a couple of days ago, one of my dear friends, we were talking, and she told me about an instance where she bumped into an old friend of hers, one of her best friends actually, and they hadn't seen each other for like a decade, and it was one of those passing by, and they were like, "Oh my God, it's you, let's catch up." And she said everything went well up until the point where he told her a little bit more about his past. He said that not too long ago, he did drugs. And I'm going to stop right there before I continue, just to give you guys a little personal stance on where I'm coming from. I am like anti-drug. I do not believe in using them. I don't like when people around me use them. So I don't judge you if you use them, but as soon as you're close to me, I'm leaving a room or you're leaving a room. Same goes with any little thing there. Like the hard stuff, of course, I'm gonna like stay away from. And even like marijuana, I just, that's a whole different story. But I'm so like anti-drug. But she asked me what to do because she is kind of like me where she is very clean in nature. She's like me. She doesn't smoke, she doesn't drink alcohol, she doesn't do drugs, she doesn't have piercings, she doesn't have tattoos. She's very clean. And it hurt her heart because this was someone she knew in childhood. He was very sweet and very caring, and they had something strong of a bond. And she was torn because she doesn't associate herself with anyone who does drugs per se. It's hard for her to kind of accept those in her circle who use. But now the dilemma is that it's her best friend, and she loves. They apparently used to be a thing. So her question basically was, what do I do now? What do I say? Should I continue having him in my life? Well, I would say yes. And I know it's easy to say very quickly, get over it. It's not you, it's him. but she's more concerned about him using and if they get involved later. I It's a hard one because you know what? Talk to him again. Just kind of sit him down, have one of your chats, and disclose that because I think the whole problem here is that he doesn't remember or know her stance, and it makes her uncomfortable, but she doesn't want to lose her friendship. You can't change what's already been done. It's done, end of story. So now it's up to you to decide how you want to proceed. If he says that he's clean and he hasn't done them for a while and that it was a stupid part of his life, and you believe him and he appears to be trustworthy, I would say, why lose the friendship? Now, on a condition that there was a chance that maybe he'd go back to these drugs, or that there was a repeated history, or that you genuinely believe that he could go back and meet. That's your decision to make. Now, you cannot decide someone's life, but I know you care about each other, and in order to keep this friendship intact, the best thing to do is to communicate your issue with him. And if he's the decent guy you claim he is, I think he will understand, and maybe you both agree and you keep your friendship, and that's just something that you bury in the past. That's really the the advice I can offer for this one because I don't know a lot about this person, only from what you told me. And if any of you guys have that same issue, do you have any other alternatives? Because personally, I believe that a friendship like that is something you keep. It is so hard to come up with a strong bond like that. If you've been friends for that long and you have a huge amicable history, maybe even been a thing at a time, keep what you have because you're going to regret losing it. That is what I have to say about this story. If you're watching, and I hope you are, I know you'll make the right decision. And tell me about it later, please, because I want to see how this pans out. Anyway, and to the rest of y'all, if you have any need for advice, this is only the beginning, baby. Like, I'm just getting started. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye!